My story is about Vanessa. So Vanessa is the girl, she's about 12. You know, she always has new shoes, always has new clothes. You know, she doesn't really start trouble, but you don't want trouble to go towards her. It's like, y'all don't want that trouble. Trouble, you don't want that trouble. So, you know, my first few experiences with her is, I brought her into a program, and she really didn't want to be into the program, so she politely went, in the middle of the class. And then also I decided to take her on a trip where she decides to shoulder bump the person who actually is taking us on the trip. Yeah, so then to move on from all these things that happened, she was pretty cool. We got cool, you know, some fist bumps here and there, you know, made me feel real cool. There was a day where we had a visiting club. So there were 2 different club counselors and a group of kids in front of my door, and she decided she wanted to come in the room. So, as she goes to the door, the lady that's working with them is kind of short, so she thinks, oh, that's a child, so I'm gonna grab her by the shoulders and move her out my way to go into the room. And as any adult in this room, that wasn't gonna fly at all. So, she comes in the room, and the lady comes behind her, and she's like, well, excuse me, like, you know, you get to a point where you're like, hey, I'm an adult, you know, you shouldn't do that, or whatever. So then Vanessa tells me, so I'm like, cool, I can handle it. This doesn't have to be a thing. So I go and I turn around, and it just got to a point to where she had said so much stuff to her that it was just like, I can't let this ride. There's no way I can let this lady I don't know say this to me. So all of a sudden she's Yosemite saying, black, 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 black. She's just going off behind me. And then she leaves the room, and I have to go find her, and then the club manager's looking for her, and then the club manager's trying to talk to her, and then he tries to like get her hand, and she like swings away from him, like with more force than I've ever seen. So I'm like, okay, let's go into the office. So I've had so many experiences with her, I realized that I can't do the typical with her. I have to figure out exactly what's going on. So when we sit down, I sit down next to her, and I'm just like, what happens when you get mad? Like, what happens? And she's just like, well, you know what, I don't know. Once I get past the point, I just don't know what to do. I'm like, oh, well, I wish we would have all knew that at first, because we would have been able to stop a whole lot of this. So then the club manager comes in, and he's still hot, and I'm just like, no, we're fixing this. We're just talking about what to do with anger, and he kind of gets what this means, so he's like, oh, okay. So yeah, you know, you can't do that. You know, these are just things you can't do. I'm like, yeah, we're working on it. So then I hadn't seen her for like 2 weeks. So all of a sudden I walk in the office, she has a uniform on, and I've never seen her in a uniform. And she's like, hey, can you help me with my homework? I'm like, seemed like a trick. I'm like, and it's like, yeah, a kid is supposed to be doing homework in the Boys and Girls Club after school. But for her, it was like, So I sit and I'm helping her with this math, and it's a new math, so I have to learn it first. So I'm like, oh, okay, I get this, I did this, okay. So I'm going over it, and we get to a part where we're doing the PEMDAS stuff. So I'm like, okay, we have to do multiplication now. Well, 6 times 2. She's like, oh. And in my head, I'm like, okay, she's 12. Okay, she said she's about to graduate, so she's like in 8th grade. So I'm like, okay, what's 6 times 2? She's like, I don't. And in my head, I'm like, okay, she can critically go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then count 6 again. But she wasn't there. So I try to stay positive. I'm like, it's cool, let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, okay, let's keep going. And then kids are kind of coming in, they're like, you don't know how to, you know how kids are mean, you don't know how to do multiplication, you know, kids are mean. So she's just chilling or whatever. Then all of a sudden we get the work done, and then I'm like, okay, let's just do something else. And then all of a sudden a staff member comes in, and he's like, do you have rapport with her? Which means he's about to tell me something she did, and I'm like, oh, not right now. So he's like, do you have good rapport with her? He was like, yeah, she's been really disrespectful. So then I'm like, well, we don't want to have this conversation right in front of her, but she leaves already. So I'm like, good, so now we don't have to do it. And I'm like, yeah, we're working on it. You know, she has a lot of things going on, so we're just kind of trying to fix it. And he's like, cool. So then she comes back, and he walks away, and she goes, can I tell you something? And I'm like, yeah, what's going on? And she says, you know, the reason I am where I am right now is because, like, my dad just died, my cousin just died, my mom lost her baby, I just had to switch schools, and we got evicted. And these are all things that I hear, you know, on a regular basis, you know, certain things in different areas. But what got me is that she wasn't shaken about it. You know, a 12-year-old had to accept all these things recently. And, you know, and it told me more how much, you know, her cursing or her getting into, you know, all of these altercations, we can't get to that because we're trying to suspend her just for the cursing, or we're trying to suspend her just for this, and we get rid of it so fast that we can't actually help the situation, which, you know, really made me really focus on the social emotional learning trainings that we've been doing, because it really allows, you know, us to actually get to the root so that she can learn. Because how can you respect an authority when you just lost your authority figure at home? You know, so yeah, that's my story with Vanessa. She's been kicking it. She comes by the room. She may not do the projects, but she's there. She's smiling. But yeah, thank you.